guest here coming up.
We sure do. We got the interview with BeaKie. How's it going, my man? How you feeling?
Doing good. Pretty happy with that win. I mean, the vibes were super hard when we were like coming back, and we haven't really played Overpass that much, so it felt really good to like win that one out at the end.
Yeah, notice you really hadn't played too much Overpass and thought that was a bit of a squeak through on the veto process, but good job pulling that one away. I gotta ask, I noticed on Nuke after that like 7-1 slide, you started hardcore entering, and the same thing kind of happened on Nuke or on Overpass T side when the rounds weren't exactly going your way towards the end there. Are you taking more of an entry fragger role in the squad nowadays?
Yeah, ever since like ESEA joined, me and him have been kind of like an entry duo. Whereas last season I was more of like a support. So I'm still like learning a lot, especially on like Overpass. I honestly have had that like permaban myself on like previous teams for a couple seasons. So yeah, for sure I've been taking more of an entry frag role, and my team's like pretty good at supporting me. And like you saw, even some rounds there I would like die kind of right away. We tried to do like a monster, like a B pop type thing. And even though I died, like my team was able to draw out the round really well, and they won like the 4v5. So yeah, I feel really confident doing that stuff for my team.
You know what, I gotta ask, I mean, even just talking about confidence as well, like, I mean, you guys had a bit of a nail biter on the first map, right, 1917, and then you guys go into a map that, you know, theoretically you guys don't really play very often. Like, what was the mindset? What were you guys going through going into a map like Overpass where you knew that Third Impact has played it, you know, a couple times?
To be honest, we don't really like care. We don't really like respect like that many other teams. Like, we only think the two teams that stand in our way this season are Pain and Extra Salt. So we don't really like care all that much like who we play or what map we play. We're pretty just confident as a unit. That's all I can really say. Like, we believe in ourselves. We believe that we have good players and that we can play good CS no matter what.
Right, well, that leads in nicely to my next question. Was like, what is your team's feelings for the rest of the season? I mean, you don't exactly have too many other teams that you would expect to be at the top of the table to go up against. You have Extra Salt, and that's about really. You have RBG, I think, too. But realistically speaking, how do you feel moving forward with the season and your chances at a good seed in the playoffs?
We definitely feel more confident this season than we did last season, just because we kind of, like, it has nothing to do with the practice. We practice about the same amount as we did last season. It's more so just like we have more of a unit. Like I said, we know we're really good. Everybody's really confident in themselves, and we just trust each other to win the round, no matter what role you have to fall into during the round. So yeah, we're only really looking forward to playing Extra Salt. Really, that's like the only team in our group we really we're focused on trying to take a map off of. You name it, we're gonna try and be that team that does it.
You know, the one thing I was really curious about too, and I mean, when we saw Overpass, you guys had there was a bit of a lead, then back and forth for a while, and then I started noticing there was a lot of timeouts that were going through. What's going through your guys' team? What's happening? Is it a lot of just fixing pieces, or is it calming down, or kind of walk me through what like a normal timeout was going on in that second map?
We were pretty much just trying to focus on like what worked, because we have such little like experience on Overpass. It's no question. So we're just trying to like focus on what was working for us in the moment, and maybe like things that we could exploit. It's just things, I don't know, just really simple things. Wasn't like too, I don't know, detailed or anything. Just like little minor things like slowing down the pace or making this readjustment instead. Just things like that.
Well, BeaKie, thank you very much for coming on, answering our questions, sitting in the hot seat for us. Congratulations on taking the series 2-0 and moving to a 3-1 record in this season of Premier, my friend. Go ahead, and we're going to let you go celebrate with the team. Thank you again for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Laz, that's a scary mentality to have for any team going up against them. They don't respect anyone. They have confidence they can beat anyone. That is the mindset that really shows when the going gets tough with this squad.
Yeah, I'm glad you said it, because that was a bold statement, and I hope somebody quotes him, because honestly, the fact that he says we don't respect a lot of teams except for these two teams, that's a big thing to make. And I mean,